Hello, everyone. Another Friday, and I'm talking to you from the boardroom at headquarters. In a few weeks, the board of directors of TOPS will be gathering here for our annual meeting where we'll have our elections. Needless to say, we're going to have a lot to talk about at this annual board meeting, considering what's been going on this year. So I thought it, be appropriate this morning if I took some time and just chatted with you folks from the boardroom. So far, I've done one from Mrs. Mann's garden, and then from the president's office, which, like I said, is the member's office. And now this one, the boardroom. When I come back in November, I'll have to find another part of the building where I can do these chats, just as a way for you folks to see headquarters in bits and pieces. So obviously I didn't want to talk to you about buildings today and rooms. I want to touch upon a subject, and I got to thank Susan Griffin, who posted this morning. She's reminding us that we're 70 days away from Christmas. That's right, folks. The end of the year is almost here. And when I saw that post, and I said, "Oh yeah, that's right." This reminds me that we're actually coming up on my two least favorite months of the year, because what we have during November, actually towards the tail end of October, but I'll cheat a little bit here. November and December are three major holidays: Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. And it's not that I'm concerned about all the extra goodies that are available during this time frame or anything like that. It's the fact that things get off schedule. People are all excited about the holidays and planning, and there's extra shopping and stuff like that going on, and it's not my normal course of events. I think the expression was once used in my younger years. I tended to be a stick in the mud. But that's the way I am, black or white. I'd like a schedule. I like to follow the schedule, and it served me well. But I just kind of have an agreement with my wife, Ann, that for 10 months I will stick to my schedule, and for the last 2 months of the year I will yield and be freewheeling and do my best to stay in control. And I say that out loud and start to wonder, well, maybe I'll be able to handle the next 2 months, November and December, because let's face it, the whole year's been out of control. And how are we going to get through all this? And it keeps on going back to the key word that defines TOPS, and that's support. I don't go through the last 2 months of the year alone. I have Ann to help me get through this. This is actually her favorite 2 months of the year coming up. But like I said, 10 to 2, I'll take 10 months, but we don't do it alone. And I think that's pretty much what's gotten us through this point as we get close to the first major holiday of the last of the year, Halloween. And needless to say, we're going to have to do things a little different. And I encourage you folks to kind of like pull from what you learned over these past few months to put a plan in place. With support, a good plan can go a long way, but you've got to make a plan. And from what I'm hearing, and as much as I would love to get into the nitty-gritty of some of these things, I'm aware that it's going to be different in all parts of TOPS Nation. And I don't know what's going to happen from Maine or to California and up to Nova Scotia and through Alberta. But we're all going to have to make plans based on where we're at. And that's going to go a lot for how we handle the extra goodies, as I mentioned a moment ago, but also too on how we kind of wrap up the end of the year of TOPS. Some of us have just really started weighing again in earnest since the middle of March. I actually popped in onto the Wednesday chapter here at headquarters, and I was late. My flight got delayed in Detroit. A whole another story. Flying during COVID is a wonderful challenge, but I got there late and I was tired, and I just kind of like walked into the room with my travel chart, and the weight recorder said, "Oh, the leaders up there can help you if you want to join," and I love it. I really love it. I don't have any pretenses that the minute I walk into a TOPS meeting that everybody recognizes me as president of TOPS, because frankly, that's not the members' concern. They're there to lose weight and support each other, but I always get a chuckle, and I talk to the leader and so, would you like to join, or are you just visiting from another chapter? And I said, yeah, I'm visiting from Maine. And she just kind of looked at me, and I said, well, as I belong to ME90 Randolph in Maine, and oh, by the way, I'm president of TOPS. She never blinked an eye. She says, oh, that's fine, that's good. And I said, well, that's okay. I'd like to just grab a quick weigh-in, and I'd like to come back next Wednesday and do a program for you folks. So I'll be joining their meeting next Wednesday and do their program, part of my plan. But anyway, getting back to that, to what I want to talk about. The last 2 months of the year, we've got a lot of things to catch up on TOPS. And as I fully realize, only a percentage of the membership is on this Facebook page. So I'll be getting some important information out to the coordinators, through the service program administrators, through the coordinators, so that they can help you folks get ready for the end of the year. I want to make sure that we can do the best we can from the boardroom to support you folks so that you can wrap up the end of the year on a blaze of glory. I have been hearing wonderful success stories from folks who had their last weigh-in in March and started weighing in a few weeks ago, and they've got 20, 30, 50-pound losses. So I really think when 2020 finally slips into the history books, no guarantees for 2021, I think we're going to have some wonderful, inspiring, and interesting stories to reflect upon in this year. So again, I want to make sure that you folks understand that to get through the next 2 months of 2020, we've got to plan and support each other to get through Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, the trifecta of holidays that in my mind just disrupts my schedule, but that's okay. I fully understand the people who will really enjoy this time of year. So again, I just wanted to take a few minutes of your time. I tried to match my East Coast time. I know it's a little after 10 on the East Coast, but just a little bit after 9 here in the central of TOPS Nation. So that's all I really wanted to go about. I want to encourage you to keep supporting each other, make a plan. Let's thank Susan for reminding us that we've got 70 more days till Christmas. And I just want to do a kind of like a public service announcement, because when I was talking to staff here at headquarters, I fully understand, and I'll get more information about this. Our cops are very concerned that they're not going to get a chance for their 15 weigh-ins for this year. It's fine. There's a plan in place. There's actually a rule that has been in existence forever and a day to handle this, but we've got a very easy way to resolve this. I'm going to get into a memo form and get it out to the service program administrators and into the hands of the coordinators, hopefully by the end of day or this weekend. But the public service announcement, just so folks can maybe put their fears to rest, and they can play it at a chapter meeting and turn it into a program. If you go to my YouTube channel, I know that's a shameless plug, but I have a YouTube channel. If you just go on YouTube and type my name in, you'll find me. And on August 11th, I did a segment to the COPS Facebook page. And I talk about the 15 weigh-ins and how the cops should not be concerned. And it applies also to voting members and field staff who need their 20 weigh-ins. We understand, the board understands that these are unusual times. Please don't stress out about it. Do the best you can. Again, support each other. I know it's taking a little bit different from what this page is all about, empowering our members to support each other. I just wanted to put that out there so that if you know some cops, or you happen to be a leader, or you're a field staff, find that recording. You can play it, get the information there. But as far as the background details on how we need to manage it, the cops do not have to worry about it. We'll work with field staff to take care of this. Again, there's enough going on in 2020, enough going on for the last couple months of the year, that the cops should not need to stress out about that. Also, our members who have had great weight losses and stuff, we know about the December weigh-ins. We're working in on that. That's the technical part that we have to worry about. And I'm sorry to kind of like end this discussion with this, but I just think it's important to get that message out there. Please share it freely. Find that YouTube video. I think we can get through the next 2 months for two simple reasons. We're going to have plans in place, and we're going to support each other. Everything else will take care of itself. So I hope you like the boardroom. Next Friday I'll be home, and then I'll be back to Milwaukee, and we'll find another part of the building to show you folks. Have a great day, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.